in Music City.
Yay.
Jay and Elisa with you in the Volume.com studio. And yes, Jarrad K has joined us here as well. No stranger to Lightning 100 in the Volume.com studio. But this is your first appearance playing your own music, isn't it?
That is exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
that is right. Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I feel very, very awake.
You do?
I do.
Okay, good. Is
I
it
was
just our
created
energy?
with such incredible octane
Yeah.
from Lisa. It was awesome. So thanks for having me. This is great.
See, that's
No
why
problem.
I'm living the dream.
That's right.
5 days
You
a
gotta
week
get a
for
really
me,
good
man.
balance
Yeah.
here.
It was for anyone who's listened since 6 this morning. You've seen the trajectory between my usual morning tea. So Frothy Monkey, they don't open till 7. So in solidarity, I don't drink Frothy Monkey coffee until 7, while Jay enjoys it. You know,
In solidarity with all the folks that are smart enough to get the beans while the stores are open so they can
Yeah.
brew it whenever
Right.
they want and not have to just rely on store hours for Frothy Monkey locations. So
But
we
I
try to
was
cover all of our
struggling.
bases
It's
here on
really
Lightning in the
smart.
Morning. Yeah.
definitely
Very, very
struggling.
smart. Do
So,
you drink other coffee though? No, never.
He drinks she drinks the frothy, just not until
Not the monkey.
7 o'clock.
Oh,
not
right.
until it opens at 7 o'clock.
Right.
Just
Got it.
not them.
I'm more of an espresso person,
I
but
see.
coffee, I mean, it is a good, I needed it so much. Sometimes I won't, but yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, this is awesome. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited that you're here, and we have so much to get to talk to you about because really, not only is this your first time playing here for yourself, but your album, I mean, we kind of briefly talked about that. This is a re-release.
This is a re-release.
So tell me about that.
So
Why now?
I put this album out. The album is called Progress, and I released the album back in 2022. But at the time, a couple things were happening. Number one, I wasn't on the internet at that time.
Okay.
So I had...
Do you mean you weren't on the internet? Like you didn't have a website, you didn't have a presence, or you were
I didn't
just
have
like
any
against?
social... Yeah, I mean, I was surfing the internet.
Okay.
But I was
not
not
participating in it.
I was not like socially mediating.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the word, but yeah, I wasn't online, and so my promotion of the album didn't really exist. I just kind of put it out,
Okay.
and then I put up a billboard in real life on Gallatin, on one of our main
way.
streets here in Nashville, that nobody saw. It was up for a month, and nobody ever saw it. And so that was a bit of a flop, a flop of an attempt to promote the album. And the other thing that happened was my vocal cords hemorrhaged, so I couldn't perform the album
Oh my.
or talk about it if I wanted to. So I had some surgeries and all that kind of stuff. So it took me a while to recover, and life was happening, and this is really the first opportunity I've had to promote it. So it's a re-release. It's a release. I don't know what you want to call it.
Wait, but I think this is beautiful because I mean, personally, I have music that like kind of the same thing. I threw it. I mean, I am on social media, but
Yeah.
I just threw it up there. I didn't really understand the algorithms of things, and so it just kind of it flopped in a sense.
Totally.
So it's so encouraging because I feel like it, you know, it was a bummer, and so then it was like, I guess I'll just let it hang there. You
And
know,
in this day and age,
like a
I feel
skin
like
tag.
you can
Do
you
it
can
you
do
want.
whatever you want at any time. There's no rule that says now like there used to be. Like if you put a song out that you can't push it again in a year or 6 months, you feel like it used to be a little different.
Sure.
But nowadays things are so happening so fast that I re-released quote unquote a song, a single from the album called "I Am a Zombie Now" about a month ago. And a lot of people had never even heard it before, that even had claimed to have listened to the record. So that's what I mean. It does nothing matters.
And again, things change as we move through time. It's kind of not similar in the sense that something that I think has really changed over the years. It's like I remember, and Lisa and you and I've talked about this before. Growing up, you wanted to get an album. It was about an album. There were like on a cassette or a vinyl, there were two sides to it, side one, side two, or side A and side B. And we've kind of gone away from the albums, got more into the singles. So yeah, to your point, why not? Why not put it back out there again? Also, if I could offer you a tip, Jarrad,
Yes.
and anyone listening, if you are looking for a wise way to spend your ad dollars, Jarrad has let us know that a billboard on Gallatin, probably not the best way to go. But I want to throw out a phone number to you, 615-242-5600. That's the number for the office here at Nashville's Independent Radio. So maybe we'll get some folks out to see your Basement East show
that would be
by
awesome.
joining us here on Lightning in the Morning. It's so good to have you here, Jarrad. And I've been kind of learning more about you through Lisa, who I know you guys have been friends for quite some time. And
actually, it's kind of crazy. Sorry to interrupt on that. We met at a close friends to both of us. You knew Asia.
No.
Okay, so he shows up at this party.
I just heard there was a party down the street. I showed up.
You're so Nashville-if, right?
And
Very
we
Nashville.
connected like pretty instantaneously. And then all of a sudden, all of my really close friends, like David Bournet, I know you're super close with Rustin, but he and I have known each other for a long time. And then you were talking about the last time you were in here, it was with Lucy Silvis and with Rustin. But we never combined until recently and have been seeing each other more often. But I do feel like we've known each other.
It's pretty wild.
It's weird.
Here we are.
Yeah.
But here we are.
And you were mentioning too, Jarrad, you've been here about a decade. It's it's the old 10-year town adage, man.
That's right.
It's
I know.
beautiful.
It took me 10 years to sit on this very iconic stool, and I'm every other time I've been in here, I've been
Without
standing,
backing someone else
I've
up.
been standing around, and so this is pretty awesome.
All right, man.
Excited.
Well,
I want to hear a song.
Well, yeah, and the guitar sounding great, which we'll talk a little bit more about that, which is kind of amazing in and of itself, considering the story that you'll share with everybody out in Radio Land. But as we get ready for the show coming up at the Basement East on Monday night, which song would you like to play first for us, Jarrad?
I'm going to play a song called I Am a Zombie Now in honor of it being the morning and a song about being exhausted.
Okay.
Fair.
Yes.
That's all fair.
This just came out a few weeks ago.
All right, we've got Jarrad K live here in the Volume.com studio on Lightning 100.
I see the barriers growing back again. I feel delirious. Somehow I'm winning. My days are better spent on more important things. My dreams are turning into nightmares on their own. I hate the feeling of having no control, so I stay up at night and fight the urge to fold. I could go all day long without you on my mind, but everything resets overnight, every night. Mornings are the hardest now. That's when my guard is down. That's when I think of you, and my heart gets lost, and my heart gets lost again. I am a zombie now. Naps are not my friend. You try going out without a second wind. I've tried to live like that, but something's gotta give. I could go all day long without you on my mind, but everything resets overnight, every night. Mornings are the hardest now. That's when my guard is down. That's when I think of you, and my heart gets lost, and my heart gets lost again. If I could hibernate, waste my days, come out the other side you erased. Maybe I'd move on, get back to my life again before I dissipate. Mornings are the hardest now. That's when my guard is down. That's when I think of you, and my heart gets lost, and my heart gets lost again. I am a zombie now.
Jarrad K all day on the Instagrams, just so you know. That is such a great song and put me all in the feels of every broken heart.
Thank you.
Capturing the essence of my loneliness and zombies. I did have a really quick question for you, though. Were any of the songs updated? Like, I mean, you're really releasing them, so, you know, after 2 years, did you be like, oh, I want to redo this? And
Yeah, they're all EDM songs now.
wait, are they really,
No,
though?
that would be
Okay,
really cool,
because
though.
I think
You think that would
I
be
have
a
an
good
idea that we're not going to talk about on air because I think it's so great that I can't.
Okay.
But I do think that it would be fun to do.
To make an EDM
Yeah, why
record?
not?
Sure. Done. I'll put one out
Okay.
in 3 months.
I can do some oohs and ahs in the
you
background
go.
or something. Little tambourine.
No, to answer your question, none of the songs actually were updated. The re-release is more kind of a spiritual re-release than a physical kind of reimagining. The record itself was made very simply, actually made on cassette.
Really?
Yeah, because my computer died the day I went to start making the record, and I didn't know what to do.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Before you finish the story,
Yeah.
first things first, good on you for not taking that as, you know what, I probably shouldn't make this record, man. This is the sign. No, you pressed on and you made the record.
That's right.
And I want to hear more about the recording it on cassette. That
Yes.
is very intriguing. What kind of gear did you? Are we talking like a 4-track?
It was a
cassette?
Yamaha MT8X, which is an 8-track. It only records 4 at a time.
Right.
But it has 8 tracks you can kind of bounce to and ping pong around. And so the entire record was made on this machine because I was looking for anything I had that could record.
Sure.
So the options were my phone or a cassette. So I kind of used a hybrid of both. And mics used were literally SM57, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Which, you know, and we should say too,
It's
that's
so
exactly
cool.
what we're using to mic the guitar that
Yeah.
That's this
that
is
Jarrad
this
is
is the
playing.
exact
This-
setup.
There you go,
This is the
man.
exact setup of the record. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty incredible.
So,
So,
wait, yeah, how did you get the tape onto the other things other than utilizing modern
Yeah, exactly.
day technology?
So after making the record, the thought was I'll record, and then when my new computer arrives, I'll re-record or something. But I maybe out of laziness, but also there was just an energy that I had captured that felt kind of impossible to recreate.
yeah.
And so I took those tapes and I recorded them into Pro Tools so that I could then upload to, all the
things.
DSPs and all that kind of stuff. And then after I uploaded it, I had a moment of realization. I realized I never mastered the record or mixed it really. I mean, I guess you mix it on the cassette.
Yeah.
But I never mastered or anything. And so it's just, that's
what
just
it
it.
is.
It just exists in its raw form.
That's so cool,
Yeah,
man.
pretty
And,
wild.
and you can always, as the years go by, you'll be able to tell that story and embellish it a little bit. Yeah, well, that
Exactly.
one I tracked the tape. We went analog. What'd you use? Like a Studer machine,
Yeah.
with the 2-inch? No.
Yeah.
Used
No,
a
I'm
Memorex cassette,
Memorex.
90-minute
Yeah.
I
cassette.
am
That's
so
right.
impressed. Like Jay and I have talked about this before because he and I have done this where we recorded ourselves when we were younger, imagining us being on radio.
The
and-
dual cassette deck
Yeah.
where you can play one and then you can actually you play one while that's playing back while you play something else,
my
and you can
boombox,
actually
had my
create
recorder,
a
had my-
multi-track.
I love that.
all the things and then
Yes.
realizing like, okay, if I put that in now, that it'll be way back in the track, because I didn't have a little system. But this was in like 2000, okay? Like 90, 98, maybe. 90.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're doing this, are you going to have vinyls?
Yes, officially there will be vinyls that'll be available at the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a limited edition, limited release. There's 100 vinyls.
I
So
need one.
hopefully we can get a few folks out there. That would be
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, again, Jarrad K joining us here in the Volume.com studio, getting ready for the show coming up on Monday night out at the Basement East. It is an 18 and over show. You can grab your tickets right now at thebasementnashville.com. So really dug the first track that you played for us.
Thank you.
And was hoping maybe you'd play another one.
Can
for
do.
us, maybe.
Can do.
All right.
Yeah.
So which one would you like to play for us next, Jarrad?
This is a song called "Together Alone," and it's a very uplifting number.
It's a real toe tapper, folks.
It's a real toe tapper.
Get ready to sing along.
If you have a lot of bass on your car system, you should turn it down right now.
Jarrad K live here in the Volume.com studio on Lightning 100.
Let's go back to that summer night when we laid down. You played basketball and I was by the pool, trying my best not to up and drown. Let's go back to that summer night when we were safe. You rolled your eyes, but I saw in the moonlight as I sacrificed myself to the waves. If we do nothing, we stay where we are. Intention is better than drifting apart. If we go nowhere, then I'd still be on my own. But if we stay like this, we're together alone. Let's go back to that summer night when this was clean. Keep all the lights on and our hands to ourselves, with our hearts and eyes still glued to the screen. Take me back to those several years when I hated you. Yeah, I don't get to hold your sweetness in my arms, but then no one holds a grudge like I do. If we do nothing, we stay where we are. Intention is better than drifting apart. If we go nowhere, then I'd still be on my own. But if we stay like this, we're together alone. I guess to go the places that we got, could we not try it? You were always gonna stop, but we had to start to get there, and there is no regret there at all. If we do nothing, we stay where we are. Intention is better than drifting apart. If we go nowhere, then I'd still be on my alone. But if we stay like this, we're together alone.
Jarrad K all day. Well, it's just Jarrad K, but that was so good. Together Alone, I get it. That's such a beautiful story.
Yes.
Thank you.
I know we want to talk about your guitar really quickly, too.
I do want to mention that because, well, it sounded so great while you're warming up. It sounded great live now that we're on the air, too. But I asked you what kind it was, and you mentioned that this is actually your first guitar.
That's right.
You've had it for, so how long have you had it now?
This guitar I've had probably since middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
so-
that in and of itself is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But then you mentioned that it's actually been crushed a few times. Many
Definitely,
times.
Many times. Yeah.
Wow.
The top has been depressed in and depressed, obviously, just because of the songs written on it, I guess. But it's been collapsed in by airlines before. It has the humidity and heat have gotten to
Make
it.
it
has
warp
been,
and
it has
pop
been
and
all
twist
sorts
and-
of
yep.
it has been all sorts of broken, and it's still hanging in there.
But
Just
you
like
must
you.
must
Just
you
like
send
the
it to
old
the
heart.
you send it to the same folks to repair it all the times
over
that
the
you've
years,
had?
I've been taking it around to different folks, honestly, because I come from California. So when I lived out there, I would take it to folks out there, starting in Orange
Okay.
County, a couple people, then later in LA, a couple people, and now here in Nashville to a couple new ones.
Well, that just goes to show too that that's something else that just if that's a craft that you can master.
Gift that keeps on giving.
And it sounds great, and even I mean it looks great too. To know that was crushed by airlines multiple times before is
That's
is,
so sad. It looks gorgeous. It
does.
sounds
you.
beautiful.
It does.
Thank you very much.
You're amazing.
Thank you,
I mean,
Lisa.
I already
MJ, thank you.
put you on a pedestal. Now you're just succeeded.
Oh,
You're in another
this is
galaxy
just
now.
a regular stool.
But no, Jarrad K joining us here in the studio again. Show coming up at the Basement East on Monday night. It's an 18 and over show. You can grab your tickets at thebasementnashville.com. Find Jarrad online at jarradk.com. We should spell that for folks too.
Yes.
Just to be sure, it's JARRADK.com. But yeah, grab tickets to see the show on Monday night. And so you're thinking that the vinyls will be available at the show on Monday?
100%. There will be
Nice.
Vinyls available at the show.
I'm
Okay.
a little bit anxious about. There's only 100,
There's 100.
and I need one.
I think you'll be all right.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you'll
Thanks.
be all
I wanna
right.
make
There's
sure.
vinyls available. There are other really fun pieces of merch to commemorate this this experience that I'm
A mini
hosting.
billboard?
A mini billboard. There actually there might
Stop.
be an actual mini billboard available as merch. Only
Wait.
time will tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully more
All
people
right.
will see that one.
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
But you're
I
hearing
think
it.
They will.
You're hearing it here on Lightning 100. So great to welcome you back to the studio
Thank
and
you.
to have you play some of your music again. Congratulations on the re-release of the album, and looking forward again to the show coming up at the Basement East this Monday night. Get your tickets now at thebasementnashville.com. Also, check out the website too. I was familiar with some of your collaborations.
You've got massive.
Obviously,
collabs.
not familiar with all of them.
That's
We
okay.
had mentioned Rustin Kelly
Yep.
and Lucy Silvas.
Yeah.
David
you
Bournet.
mentioned
Yeah.
David
Commodore.
Bournet, Mickey.
Yep.
It just keeps going on and on. Tommy Prine, who's
That's
been in the
right.
studio before, Ashley Ray.
Yep.
Yeah, the list goes on. And so happy for you and
so cool.
doing your own thing, man.
That's right.
Again, we got the show coming up at the Basement East on Monday night. Grab your tickets at thebasementnashville.com. Jarrad K joining us as we wrap up a Friday edition. We got to all orders of business. I think we're ready to actually bounce out of here.